Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Dialar Squealer Tactics. It is Sunday. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Hope your weekend was good. Now, I was out at the lake for the weekend. As such, I couldn't be on the ball and bring you guys some Twilight Lands footage when Twilight Lands level or stage 16 opened on Saturday at noon EST. But I did complete it. I did complete it quite quickly, and I figured I'm still going to make a video because there was some things that I don't think were covered in Gameplay Horizons video, and then the re-watching and re-uploading of that video on Dan Hellman's page or channel. So as you see, this is my streaming account, and I haven't been pushing it because this account is just for me, just to pull up on the background when I'm recording videos. But it is on the same account as my main. As you see, I cleared it really quickly, 35 minutes after it opened on Saturday. So at least on my main account, I'm going to get all the goodies, all these goodies. Solar Flare, which is actually, if you can get it up, level 4 or higher, it is probably the go-to prototype, or first slot prototype for your energy teams. The red runes are really, really juicy, though. That's what I'm really looking forward to, because I'm sure I'm going to have to be putting it on Hunter shortly. So I do have some recorded footage from my main account when I was doing the bosses. At least I had the wherewithal to hit the record button, and I thought I wanted to discuss some things on some of the fights. So we're going to go look at that recorded footage, and hopefully it can help you out. So let's move over to the other screen. Do I want? Yes, I'm putting my face up there. Okay, so this was level 7 on stage 16. So I did beat it, but I did lose. So I'm just going to let it play in the background. So I did it the fast way. I didn't want to take the time to do it the correct way, which this is the exact same fight that was in the Endless Battles in regards to the Vanguard specific fight. So when I went into this fight, my Leo and my Barog are just in their normal Surge gear, Surge and Hero, for both of them to get the most damage. Everywhere else, a lot of people want to run Barog differently in PvP, but for PvE purposes, you want to run him in Surge and Hero. Now, Crete is in All Vigorous, and Rez is in just Light Gap, right? So I do beat this. Actually, I don't beat it in one go. I did have to reset because, like I said, I was too lazy to gear my characters properly. This boss and all of his underlings, if you click on them when you open up the tab, they are considered insectoids, and they are also affected by bug gear. The bug gear from the Twilight Cliffs. Twilight Cliffs? I think Thunder Cliffs. Thunder Cliffs. So if I would have just equipped my Leo and my Barog in Bug Master gear, I would have beat this in one shot, and I wouldn't even have needed a reset. So I am just going to assume the gameplay also had that gear sets equipped, because he beat it like snap, like no one's business, right? Like, and he didn't lose a single character. I don't think he lost any characters in his whole runs. I lose Leo. I probably could have run 2 healers. I think gameplay also ran 2 healers. I didn't need Rez, but I was using the same strategy, other than not having Miranda, which I should have also done, right? If I would put Miranda up front, I could have been putting the shield on Leo. I was just lazy and just threw something in that I thought would work. I didn't want to spend the time to go research and blah, 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 because I was literally laying in my bed out at my lake house. So this did work. I did lose Leo. As you see, he got lost right there. I think I do retry it, just to try to keep him up. Do I make any other differences? I think I go 2 healer, actually. I do go 2 healer. So, but for you guys, if you want to beat this, I highly recommend that you put your Leo and your Barog in a 2-piece Bug Master gear, and you should be able to beat it no problem. So that's that boss. We're gonna skip though, maybe to the end, show you guys how this fight ended for me. And I'm doing it again. Okay, well, while I'm doing it again, I want to talk about the rest of Twilight 16 this time. It seemed relatively very, very, very easy. For me, I don't know if it's the same way. I'm assuming it's the same nodes for everybody, but I had a tank bond node on every single normal battle other than 16-7, which was this fight we're watching right here, and then the last fight. I'm putting on some other music. There we go. We'll go to the normal music. Other than the 1610 and 1607, I use tanks everywhere. Panda, Barog, Zeta, and 2 healers, and just smashed everything, right? The tanks just smashed everything. It makes sense because they gave us a chance to get Pandemonium. They brought him back after only 4 weeks and put him in a giant tower because I think they specifically knew that everyone was going to need him to get Twilight 16. And besides the tank team, the Vanguard team, and the energy team, that is all you need for this entire stage 16. It was very, 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 very straightforward, very, very easy. So for this fight, and I'm going to show you this fight on my free-to-play account, which only has a Barog at Legendary 0, okay? So, but for the purposes of the entire stage, just keep in mind tanks, very, very important. Just use the tank stages. They're the easiest ones. And then use Vanguard with bug gear in this fight to make this fight a lot easier on you, okay? And then we'll get to some footage of 1610 here shortly. So I'm doing a lot better here. You see, I did bring in Miranda. I do believe I put her in the front because I was trying to keep everyone buffed. I know I'm losing my Leo now. So that was his... Oh, that was not his cheat death. Okay, for some reason I thought I lost people here. Oh, yeah, that's right. I ended up killing the boss, but I end up timing out. So I lose the whole team. If they were in bug gear, I wouldn't have needed a reset because I just went back in here, killed it, and then reset my roster and was able to get the rest of Twilight 16 down. Yeah, bug gear would have solved this problem very, very easily. So there you go. 2 healers, 3 vanguards. Go get it. Okay, so that's that fight. So let's close that one down. Now, this is 1610. So again, I just did it the quick and easy way. And I did not equip these characters. What I should have done is my Luke is still in a burst set, which I used to run him for Sincero Marsh. I should have moved him to a surge set to get more out of him. You don't need Jaina for the last fight. Jaina's going to make this a lot easier. But Ravenna works just as well. Like the old school, what people were using for Guild Hunt Spider Boss is exactly what you can do against this boss and beat it quite easily. You do not need Jaina. My initial thoughts were when I saw Jaina released and I knew that we were getting an energy bond for Twilight. I was like, yep, if you don't have her, you're not going to be able to beat 1610. Sadly, and I mean, not sadly, but contrary to my expectations and good for the community, you do not need Jaina for this fight at all. So what you're probably going to want to do, and I think I do it in this fight as well, I don't know why I'm not playing it, but I do believe I move my res. I was using res on Jaina at first just to get her ramped up, but I did lose Nord in this fight. So what I did was I put res up top here. Let's just fast forward. So this is my first... Oh, no, this is not my first run. Let's see. Is my res on auto? You should run Luke and Ravenna and Nord on manual just to get as much in your AoE as possible. Miranda is going to make this fight a lot easier, though. If you don't have Miranda, I don't know what to tell you, but they did just re-release her, so everybody had their chance to get her. Okay, so now, yeah, so res is still a manual, and I fail this one. Let's just fast forward, see how I do. Because remember, I had already used my reset, and I did not want to wait a day. I did not want to wait another day to beat this bad boy. See, there you go. I lost Nord, so I had to reset because I was down to 25%. So I restarted, and I put res up here to target Nord. I'm like, okay, well, obviously we need to take advantage of the fact that Nord is in Marauder gear, and we got to put him with res. Now, again, for this fight, I was lazy. I was too quick. I just wanted to get it done. I do recommend, again, these, I do believe these are also insectoids, because this is the same as the spider boss. I've seen people destroy this very, very quickly. So I don't know if gameplay had it in the description of his video, but I would recommend putting Jaina, Luke, and Nord all with a Bugmaster 2-piece if you guys have it. If you don't, I would probably recommend either Ravenna, Luke, or at least Nord. At least get Nord in a Bugmaster set. It's probably going to make this really, really easy for you guys because you'll be able to kill these freaking little spiders very, 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 very quickly. Right? So Thundercliff's very, very important that you guys get as far as you can in that, and so that you can get as much Bugmaster gear as you can. If you guys are struggling and you just die too quickly, I highly recommend you refresh some of the stamina for that dungeon, get at least a couple Bugmaster pieces. You can usually get the legs and the chest piece. I find they drop a little bit more than the hands, head, and feet. And the hands that do drop, for some reason, always have defense primary on them. I don't know why, but you definitely don't want that. So you're gonna have to reshuffle your gear around to get this fight done. I do get it done in one go, but I do it by the skin of my teeth, which you're gonna see. But I didn't have to make it that hard on myself. I could have just put Jaina, and look at the damage that Jaina's do. Well, you guys can't see it because my head's covering it. So let me just do that. Look at the damage that Jaina's doing. Like, once she gets rolling, the fact that when she kills people, she gives herself more energy. And I also didn't mention this, that the first slot proto, I did use Flowing Rune to get that energy back as quickly as possible. So I felt that there was more benefit in Jaina's ults going over and over and over and over again versus the damage you would get, the damage boost you would get from, say, Vision Stone or Solar Flare. So you see my Jaina here at this point is just machine gunning, and look at her damage versus Nord. I could have been running Nord on manual to get this done faster, but again, like I said, I was just lazy, and I had the roster just to be able to power through it. So I'm gonna show you. Go look up at the damage meter one more time because I'm gonna bring my face back on here for you guys. But yeah, Jaina is an absolute. She will make this fight easier, but she is not mandatory to beat it. All right. Okay, so what other tips and tricks can I tell you guys about this fight? Just really Bugmaster gear and play Nord on manual. For those of you that don't have Nord, I feel for you. It's really unfair that they make basically are gatekeeping possible content that free-to-play can achieve. I might be able to get this beat on my free-to-play account because as we're going to see next, I have to do a reset, a whole day reset to get stage 16-7 down. But I might be able to, I'm going to see how far I can get in this fight with using Falvia and Kayn as my, and Masrani as my energy characters. So let's just fast forward this one. I've basically discussed everything you guys need to know about this fight to be able to beat it. Again, put Nord, Jaina, and Luke or Ravenna in Bugmaster gear. Play them on manual. You guys should have no problem, right? If you don't have Miranda, I'm sorry, but they did just bring Miranda back around here shortly. So even I'd say an X20 Miranda with your Nord receiving the injection is probably ideal. Keep in mind, Luke is a really, really high attack character, so that he's going to want to steal that injection. If you have Jaina and Ravenna, maybe you want to bring them instead of Luke if you only have an X20 Miranda, because nerfing Luke's attack into the ground isn't going to do you a whole lot of favors. But I would recommend that you have Nord with the injection, again, if Miranda is only X20. So let's speed this up. I'll show you guys how I do. So I am starting to take a lot of poison damage, which Miranda's not good at healing because she's more of a support than a healer. Like, look at my Jaina. She's so close to death with but see that last hit, since her attack ramps, and I do believe it does cap out at a ceiling, but I took about 8% of damage. See, this blast right here takes her down to 21 or 18. Now watch this next blast from Jaina once she kills these bugs, because again, I didn't describe this mechanic. This is a lot like Crimson Rot, where the only way for you to actually damage the boss is to kill the ads. So that's why the ads are spawning over and over and over and over again. So her damage is going to ramp up with that poison to the point where you're not going to be able to heal from it. And you got to kill the ads as quickly as possible. So now watch this hit from Jaina. Wham! Took off 8% of her health, but my Jaina was barely hanging on. If you had an X20 Jaina, and then Jaina's dead. So now, how am I going to do this? I was just kind of stressing about this. I'm like, okay, let's put Nord on manual. Now I should have been playing Nord on manual the whole time. I should have had it at one-time speed, because now, since Jaina and Luke is dead right now, I am reliant strictly on Nord to do my damage and to get this done for me. Which he does. But watch Nord's health. Like, it gets dangerous. It gets perilous. I probably should have reset. And like that fight, this whole fight could have been over right there, and I would have missed out on getting first because I was being lazy. But I'm watching his health. Like there now. So now I procced my immunity. He's dead. He's effectively dead. He procced his injection, but that last hit killed everything, and I still won. So, don't be like me. Don't be lazy. I just muscled through this entire stage, but I do not recommend you guys do that. So that's 1610. Again, takeaways, Bugmaster gear, play your characters on manual, please. You will thank me later. Okay, so now I got one more video for you guys in relation to Twilight Lands Stage 16. So I do believe I have some sound on this one. Maybe I don't. Okay. So this is my free-to-play account. So for you, those of you that are free-to-play, this is probably what you're going to have to do. Now, you see, I only have a level 45 Hagrid on. I'm running Pain Rune. I only have the yellow version of Prism Amulet. And I don't have Miranda built up. So I got to run these two healers. And then I'm running Leo and Crete, which Leo is X30. Crete is X20, but they are only level 240. So my main account has Leo Hypervolve level 120. My free-to-play account, my Barag is only Legendary 0, which means he's only X10. But what I did do was I did switch Leo and Barag into Bugmaster gear, which is what I should have done on my main account, but I didn't, again, because I'm dumb. So we're just going to fast forward, because you guys don't need to see this whole fight. You've already seen it once already, so let's go to here. So I am running Masrani and Serena on manual at this point, because I'm trying to make sure that I'm not wasting Serena heals. Did I say Miranda? I meant Serena. I'm trying to make sure I don't waste Serena heals, so I'm trying to heal when Crete and Leo get a low health. Now, Barag at Legendary 0 is still going to be the MVP of this fight. You see that their damages are almost equivalent at this point, which is a testament to Barag's damage. You guys already know that he really, really out DPS's Leo. But again, keep in mind, this is a X30 Immortal Leo versus an X10 Legendary Barag. So my goal into this one was not to beat it. I knew I wasn't going to beat it with my free-to-play account. My goal was to get it below 50%. As far below 50% as I could. So now Leo's dead. You see, now Crete's dead. And as soon as you lose a character, then they're going to start attacking outside the circle, and they're going to pick off your healers. So now I hit 50%. So now in my mind, this is kind of a win. Because what I'll do is I probably won't bring Masrani, because I need Masrani tomorrow. I don't want to lose him tomorrow and then not have them for the extra tank stages up to 1610. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to run the rest of my roster through this and try to get him even as low as humanly possible. I'm going to leave the bug gear on overnight, but I'm going to run the rest of my roster through here, try to knock off as much as I can on his health pool, because you saw it was around that 50% where I lost Leo, and then the rest of the team started dying. So it is possible. I'll try with Masrani maybe. It's quite possible that I won't lose anybody after tomorrow after I reset my account. So free to play, you can definitely do this. And then the tank stages, I was just running 3 tanks, and I was running Zeta, Panda, and Vagueness, since this account does not have a Wamagon. And then I was running 2 healers, Serena and Maz, and I was getting it down no problem. So I'm assuming that I'm just going to beat this one tomorrow, and then I'm going to work my way up to 1610, and then that'll get tomorrow's Monday. So I'll have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to pick away at 1610. Hopefully beat it, but if I even get to 1610, that's a huge win for a free-to-play account in Twilight Stage 16. So 20 minutes, not too bad. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry I was late, but this was my Twilight guide. The TLDR to everything is you need tanks, vanguards, and energy. I'm sorry if you don't have Nord. You don't need Jaina. But you do need Bugmaster gear from Thundercliffs. So that's it. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, my Discord link is below. The discourse that we have through the YouTube comments is a little bit difficult. You know, it's hard to go one-on-one. It's much easier if you just come into my Discord, and if you have any questions, you can ask me there, and we can have a conversation. Okay? The safe word of the day is buggy. Because without Bugmaster gear, you're going to struggle through this. So if you guys want to amp up my YouTube metrics, put Buggy, B-U-G-G-Y, in the comments below, and I will thank you profusely. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Cheers, peace, bye-bye.